Yo, what is up everyone? I got a new cord for my microphone, so we are on my good microphone once again. I actually did voiceover for this video using my headset with the microphone. Little did I know somehow my headset got muted, so I was actually talking through the microphone on my computer, and it sounded terrible. So we're going to do a new voiceover now. So let's talk about the team I got. We got Whimsicott, Lantern, and Goodra with Thunder Punch. My thought process here is Whimsicott and Lantern cover each other's weaknesses very well. Whimsicott is weak to fire and flying, Lantern resists fire and flying. Lantern is weak to grass and ground, Whimsicott resists grass and ground. Whimsicott's weak to steel, Lantern double resists steel. So they cover each other very well. And then we have Goodra for our safe swap. Goodra resists water, grass, fire, and lightning, so all the basic elemental attacks. So really good, really solid team. We are up against the Swampert. Swampert is weak to grass, so we love to see it. They're actually going to stay in. Is he weak to grass? Oh yeah, we have a fairy attack. They swap out. They Toxapex. Toxapex is such a tanky Pokemon. I do like using Toxapex. It's not the best attacker though. It can take a lot of hits. It could probably take like 3 super effective attacks. Let's see if they let this one go through and how much health it takes off. So they do block the first one. We're just going to throw off the Thunder Punches. I honestly don't think it's worth baiting on Toxapex because more often than not, I feel like they let the attacks go through. They have the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave is a very strong attack, so we do want to block that. And it takes Toxapex such a long time to build up to its charge attacks, especially the Sludge Wave. I figure if I shield that first one, we could probably get off. Yeah, look at that, barely takes off any health for being a super effective attack. Let's see what I do here. I don't remember if I let this go through or I shield. I think I let this go through. Okay, so it does knock out. I was gonna say, I think I let that go through thinking it could be a Brine. So they come in, they bring the Swampert. We are weak to ground, so I should shield this. Also, they do the Hydro Cannon. Swap in. Man, I was clicking my charge attack there for the Seed Bomb. Which I believe Swampert is, I don't know if he's double weak to it or just single weak. Either way, he's weak to it, so we're going to throw off another one. Another one. And they used the shield on Toxapex. This is why they shouldn't have used the shield on Toxapex. Yeah, just knocks him out. Knowing that Swampert is weak to grass, and they have Poliwrath that is weak to grass. So they have 2 Pokemon weak to grass, and they have a Fairy attack, which Poliwrath is also weak to. Nothing they can do. Realistically, in that situation, they should have just saved both of their shields and not used one on Toxapex, considering how weak their team was to Whimsicott. But what can you do? Alright, on to the next round. Let's see what our opponent has for us here. Finding opponent. That's a pretty cool avatar. Got the back to the screen and all black lantern. So this is going to be interesting. I'm assuming I switched to Goodra here. Okay, so they swap out to Dugong. Dugong, ice and water. Whimsicott is weak to water. Thankfully, our lantern resists both water and ice. And they do have Drill Run though. Let's see if I remember that. I do remember that. I always forget that Dugong has Drill Run, so have to be conscious of that. Throw off the Thunder. See if they shield this. Shield the Thunderbolt. If they let it go, that takes off a lot of damage. It takes off a lot of damage. I'm assuming they wanted to save the shields for Lantern since I have the Whimsicott. We let that go. Let's see if we can farm them down before they get to another attack. And we can. Wow. So we have a lot of energy built up on Lantern now. They bring out their Lantern. We should throw off our Thunderbolt. I'm assuming we just let our Lantern go down here. It's already done its job. It took out the Dugong. Throwing off energy. See if we just let Lantern go down. I probably should have thrown. Let's see if I shield. I'm thinking I should have shielded just because I had so much energy. They did throw off the Surf. I should have just thrown off my Surf. It would have done damage to them. Swap out. Oh, that was clutch. That was so clutch. Talonflame would destroy Whimsicott, so This should just be a charge, a flame charge. Typically, let's see what they do. Yeah, I was gonna say, typically most Talonflame players throw a flame charge first, but knowing that strategy, sometimes it works to throw off the fly attack. Especially like in this situation where I resist fire, you know, it could catch me off guard. I should shield this, because then our Whimsicott is just free to go ham on Lantern. We are going to go ham on Lantern. We resist both electric and water, so Lantern really can't do anything against us. We should be able to farm down this Talonflame. Throw off an Aqua Tail. So if we would have got off the water attack with our Lantern plus this one, this Lantern would be almost knocked out already. I mean, there's nothing they can do. We got the Seed Bomb loaded. Sorry, Lantern. You got taken out by the goat, Whimsicott. I think Whimsicott is a sheep, because it has cotton. Cottony involves in the Whimsicott. Sheep give you cotton. It looks like he's got, I mean, he's a goat. He's the goat. That's what it comes down to. I think actually a male sheep is a ram, so he's the ram, but we're going to call him the goat for this video. All right, on to round 3. We are 2-0, 2-0. We have the Whimsicott, the Whiscash. Good for us. Whiscash is weak to grass, I believe, since it's water. Trevenant is weak to ice and fairy, so let's throw off the Moonblast and see if we can get this through. They might think we're just baiting with the Seed Bomb, so they might let this one slip through. And they do. Oof! And then we just farm them down with the Dragon Breath. Ah, they might top left after that one. Yep. That's one of those things, if you know, that happens to you, like, geez, well, I'm done for. They just took out my entire team. I'm not surprised they top lefted there. That's one of the hardest parts about calling baits in situations where the attack is super effective. It's almost not worth calling the bait. Now in a situation when you're going up against like Annihilate and they have Night Slash and Shadow Ball and you're not super weak to either of those, sometimes you can live with it if you get hit with the Shadow Ball. It's still a strong move, but it might not take you out. Okay, Superior. Superior is grass and flying. We are weak to flying, so if this is an aerial ace, we should probably shield it. Leaf tornadoes, so they tricked us there. So realistically, I think it costs about the same amount of energy to get a leaf tornado and an aerial ace, so let's see what they do here. Okay, so they do have aerial ace. They could have thrown off the aerial ace, so I guess they were baiting. Maybe it's a little less energy to get the leaf tornado, but again, in that situation, it's probably not worth baiting given the difference in the strength of those attacks. We resist leaf attacks, so Stung Fist. They are weak to water. We have 2 Aqua Tails built up, so I assume we're just gonna throw these back to back. And they don't know about our Lantern yet. Mud Bomb might take us out. Ooh, barely hung out. Oh, come on. It's like a split second difference between getting off that that Aqua Tail. Let's see if that comes back to haunt us. It seems like in each fight, each of these 3 rounds so far, we've had a charge attack ready and just couldn't quite get it off for whatever reason. Let's see if that's gonna come back to haunt us or not. Throwing off the Seed Bombs against this Stunfisk. Super effective, super effective. So they have Lightning and Mud Bomb. We should probably just let this go through. They do throw the Mud Bomb. It's super effective, but it didn't take off that much health, so. Is that why? That's super effective. I'll have to go back and look at that. Maybe I missaw it. Alright, so we are weak against grass. I'm not sure why they threw off the the aerial ace there. Now they should throw off the leaf tornado. Maybe they just misclicked. Yeah. I feel like they don't really know the that Pokemon that well yet, because they threw a grass against Whimsicott and then a flying against Lantern, so they actually got those flipped. Alright, taking out the superior. Stunfisk, let's see if we can just farm this guy down, and we can. And now we have a charge attack for Azumarill. Azumarill is tough. Azumarill is tanky. We do resist water and ice attacks with the Lantern, so they're gonna have to throw off the fairy, and they are weak to. Oh wait, that was just a combo. That was just a combo wombo. We threw off the super effective Thunderbolt into the super effective Seed Bomb. Bada boom, bada bing, pow pow. Is that the 4th round already? So we're 4-0 at this point. We are cruising with this team. Cruising. Like I said in a previous video, Whimsicott is underrated, I swear. A lot of Pokemon in this meta are weak to grass because there's a lot of water Pokemon out there, and a lot of the stronger Pokemon are weak to fairy. So the combo of grass and fairy is super effective. Now we are weak to flying and fire, and there are a lot of flying Pokemon, and there's some super strong fire Pokemon. So we gotta be careful. So speaking of fire, there we go. That is a Shadow Typhlosion. And they just worked up to a Thunder Punch, but the Blast Burn, even resisted, is super strong. Super strong. So even though Goodra resists Blast Burn is legit. They do shield that. They're gonna throw off another Thunder Punch. I assume we shield it. Actually, our Lantern can take care of this, so we don't shield here. And that doesn't even take us out. Oh wow, we were able to farm him down. Nice, good work, Goodra. And we were able to get off the Aqua Tail. Even though it's not going to do a lot of damage, you know what? It's a little bit of damage. A very little bit. Bring out the Whimsicott. They're going to swap. Make sure they don't catch. Okay, so good. This should go through. This should shield, though. So boom. Okay, they let it go. Super effective attack. So who's their 3rd Pokemon? They have... We just let this go through. Like, this shouldn't even... It's funny. I think we both remembered it. I remembered in real time and in the video that they have an ice attack and they were weak to ice. Because I was like, oh, they just have water and fairy. And I'm like, oh, no, actually, they have ice. They had Carbeak in the back. Carbeak is weak to water. That's GG's. That's a quick 5-0 round right there. And of course, right at the end of the video, my cat comes coming in, meowing. Needs attention. You trying to get out? You trying to get in this video, man? Hey, chill. We just got the Toxapex basic Pokemon. We don't really need it. We've been going back and forth within the 2000 to 2100. We got all the way up to 2490 and just crashed after that. So trying different teams, but this team works pretty well. I'm gonna do some more rounds with it, see how it goes. I think moving forward, I'm just gonna do a new team every day and do 5 rounds with that team, and then switch it up the next day no matter what, because it seems like I get 3, maybe 4 rounds, good rounds, usually 3 rounds, and then all of a sudden I just get hard countered. So I think the key is just run 5 rounds with the team, switch it up for the next day and move on. But thanks for watching, everyone. Some really good rounds. That's 2 back-to-back 5-0 videos. We are cruising. If you guys have any ideas for teams, let me know. I'm always open for suggestions. Thanks for watching, and thank you for all the support.